Okay, so let's take a look at what some of these texts look like. So hiragana, you can see that there's 2 to learn. That was the goal that we set. Number of new words for each quiz, right? So actually no, number of words that I want to learn for this schedule. And the number of new words per quiz is, I think I set it to 1. So if we press learn new, oh, they have a tutorial thing. So you can read through this tutorial. I'm going to skip it for now. And you can see that it has 1 new word that it's giving you, right? If there's more, usually you can, swipe through them. Now you can listen to the, do I have my volume up? You can listen to the word, how it's pronounced. And you can see how it's drawn. And the really nice thing about Renshu is that it has mnemonics, right? And the really nice thing is that you can add your own mnemonics, and you can see the mnemonics that other people have added. So for this one, someone added the mnemonic, when the fish got stabbed by the sword, it went, ah. So you can see 960 people really love that mnemonic. But if you're like, that one doesn't resonate with me, there's this little arrow button down here. You can click that and it'll give you a different one. This one says, teeny tiny A in it. So I guess they're talking about this shape maybe. And 130 people like this one better. And someone says this one looks like an apple. So you can filter through these mnemonics and see which one works for you and just leave it on that screen, and Renshu will automatically save that, so that when you're like, I forgot what the mnemonic for that is, and you click on the mnemonics button, it'll bring up the one that you liked. Now once you're, it has a write button, so you can try writing it. Sometimes, writing it, can feel helpful. This one's a flower. I think in Japan, if you get all the questions right, you get a flower for it. That's what that is. I was like, at first when I saw that, I was like, what is that supposed to be? But I guess it's a flower. So once you're ready, and you've gone through all the new words that you want to go through, then you can start the quiz. And basically, it'll be one of the different types of vectors or types of flashcards that you chose. So for this one, it's showing us the Japanese letter, and then it has a bunch of sounds for you to pick from. So this one was like, it was something about a fish being stabbed. I mean, it kind of looks like a sword, right? So the fish was stabbed, and it said, ah. So we pick ah. And since that's the only one we've learned so far, it'll only give you that card. Once you have more, you'll have more questions to go through. But when you're done, you can click go to quiz results. And the fun thing about Renshu is it has a gacha system. And what that is you click on it and it'll give you a random collectible thing. So this one says Hoki Boshi. So it doesn't really tell you what it is, but you can kind of take a look at the, it kind of looks like a meteor, right? Maybe it's a meteor. But they have a whole bunch of them, and it can be really fun kind of collecting those, even if you don't know what it means all the time. So it's kind of a fun feature. So once you're done, it'll bring up other schedules that you might want to try, so that you can, if you're done with one quiz, you can immediately go to the next one. Oops. But it also, what it does is, I made a mistake. So anyway, it'll show you which words you got correct and which words you got incorrect. So that's kind of nice when you're reviewing at the end. So let's try hiragana, the next one. So this is the second hiragana letter that you're going to learn. And you can listen to the sound. E. You can see how it's drawn. You can look at the mnemonic. Someone said 2 eels swimming around each other. Eek! And you can, go through the different mnemonics, see which one works the best for you. You can try writing it. And if you're done, or you can skip them if you want, then you can start quiz. So this time it gave you the English sound. Which letter is the E sound? And it was this one, right? So we pick this one. And then we go to results. You get to collect the gacha. And at the bottom, it'll show you which one you got correct. So that is pretty much what the vocab ones look like. Now let's take a look at the kanji one. What does this one do? It does a little introduction if we go to the quiz. So this is the first kanji that it's giving us, and this is it means day. It can also mean sun. It can also stand for Japan, and it's also a counter for days. So like how we have April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, that sort of thing, they use this counter. You can see examples, so how it's used in different words, right? So how it's used in that word, how it's used by itself, how it's used in combination with this one. This can feel overwhelming as a beginner, so you don't have to look at that one. But later on, if you get more advanced, you can go ahead and look through those. Nice thing is that there's a plus button at the end. And the plus button lets you add that particular word in that example to one of your mastery schedules, which is just really nice, right? You're like, oh, I kind of like that example. I'd like to remember it. Then you just add a plus and add it to one of your schedules. I'm not going to add it now just because it doesn't make sense to add them to the hiragana or katakana schedules, but it's a really nice feature. Now, there's the mnemonic button. So let's say that, you don't know how to remember it. Then, you have a mnemonic that helps you remember. I see the sun every day through that window. Oh, it does kind of look like a window, right? So you can, like that, you can change the mnemonic to something else. You can try drawing it or see how it's written, the order, the stroke order, right? Which is really nice. And you can try writing it yourself. Once you're done, you start the quiz. So which kanji means day, sun, Japan, counter for days? And it's this one that looked kind of like a window, right? Like the mnemonic is helpful. So go ahead and click on that. And we are done. Now, once you add more kanji, the quiz size will go up to whatever you set it to. And at the bottom, you can always review, which also includes the mnemonics here, which is really handy because you can, let's say you got something incorrect, then you can refresh your memory with the mnemonic as well. So that's a really lovely feature of Renshu. Now, the grammar, I'll skip to quiz. It looks like this. Now, you can, I just skipped the tutorial, so, you can read through that, but personally, I just learn grammar better through books and videos and stuff like that, so I really generally skip it. But it has how to use, it has example sentences, so you can look through that if you'd like. And it does this. I generally always just click on that to show the translation. So it says she is American. So what you do is you click on it in the order of the sentence. So 彼女はアメリカ人です. And then once you're done, you click submit. Let's say you want to move something, you can move things around. You can click on them to get rid of them, or add them again. So, and then you click submit. It'll read the sentence for you, or you can click on it to have it read.
彼女はアメリカ人です.
Right? And it explains the grammar down at the bottom. And you can see the mastery level now. Mastery went up. Show the next question because we did 3. But it's using the same grammar point. That's the nice thing. So you can move it like that. Once you're done, hit submit. So if you're absolutely new and you don't know grammar, I recommend just, maybe not doing the grammar schedule until you learn a little bit of grammar. But if you want to start, there's nothing to stop you, right? Let's say we do this wrong. Then it's red, and it'll show you what you got wrong, and it'll show you the answer underneath. Right, so you can see, oh, okay, I was supposed to put that one first. If you hover over something, you can see the definition for it, right? Let's say you don't know that word, you can click on it, and